July 16th, 2013 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter.
Present.
Trustee Fuller.
Present.
Trustee Reichert.
Present.
Trustee Gett.
Present.
Trustee Cumming.
Present.
Thank you very much. Did you say Trustee Fuller?
Yes.
Present.
We have-
Present.
I didn't know we had a Trustee Fuller. Let me think. Oh, yeah, now I remember. I'm sorry.
We have Comrade Trustee.
Back from his sabbatical in China.
He wasn't the only one that was gone. Quit picking on him.
Oh, well, he's young. He can handle it. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for the July 2nd, 2013 meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes as submitted?
I move to approve the minutes from the July 2nd, 2013 Board of Trustees meeting.
We have a motion from Trustee Reichert.
I would just want to put that it's not the high school baseball coach that introduced them.
I'm sorry.
It was the Little League coach, the director of Little League.
Okay, I will make that change.
And I second.
Okay, you have a second from Trustee Gett with the change as he outlined. All those in favor of approving the minutes as submitted with the name change as Trustee Gett submitted, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Next order of business tonight is correspondence, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I have no correspondence this evening.
Okay, thank you. No announcements, but the final order of new business tonight is a check presentation to Chief Sutton, and that will be done with Trustee Cumming. But we're going to go ahead and move that up to the announcement area because that's an item that we don't have to vote on. So, Trustee Cumming, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. And, are we good to go on the mic tonight? Not going to get any reverb or feedback or distortion? Good. At least not yet, anyway. Chief Sutton, if I could have you join me at the podium, as well as my fellow Duryea Days committee members, Carolyn Catton and Scott Kersott. Unfortunately, not all our committee members could be here this evening. We have some on vacation and others had other commitments and weren't able to make it. But first off, I would like to thank the committee members for the 9th annual Duryea Days that took place last month up here at Tower Park and at Heritage Square. It was an incredibly successful event, I think, in terms of turnout. And the events that we had were very successful, and the attendees really seemed to enjoy what we had to offer. At this time, I'd like to introduce my co-chair for the event, Scott Kersott, from the General Wayne A. Downing American Legion Post 1111, who was responsible for heading up the Thunder in the Heights car show this year. Always a crowd pleaser and a great event for Duryea Days. And even more importantly, Carolyn Catton, who, as our first residential member for the Chamber of Commerce this year, really went above and beyond in her efforts to secure sponsorship dollars and assist with getting vendors for this year's event. You know, as a new member, I can't stress enough how much your commitment and your contributions to this event made it the success that it is. And before we go any further, I would like to, because I was remiss in announcing the sponsors when we announced the bands on Saturday evening, but real quickly I'd like to once again go through our corporate sponsors, because without their sponsorship dollars, we would not be here tonight making this presentation. Our silver level sponsors were New Capital Bank and Running Central. Copper level sponsors were AA Accounting, Gary's Garage, Morton Community Bank, Pearl Companies, Sam Lehman, Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, Waldo Sports Corner and Creations, and Heights Bank. Our business level sponsors were Allman & Sons Meat Company, who also sponsored the hot dog eating contest this year, which was a pretty good event, I think. It was very competitive. Bard Optical, Bob Lindsay Honda, Carlson's Jewelers, Carolyn Catton, Commerce Bank, D's Paint and Body Shop, Express Employment Professionals, Harp and Thistle Imports Limited, Heights BP Incorporated, Heights Mart, Heritage Bank, Jim's Bistro, Oleo and Vino, Forest Park Apartments, Remax Acclaimed, Sherman's provided gift cards for our bags tournament. We really appreciate that. Smith Drugs and Tom Gramco State Farm. So once again, thank you to all the sponsors. We appreciate the support as always, and as I said, we would not be here this evening without that support. It was greatly appreciated. And without further ado, I would like to present a check to Chief Dustin Sutton in the amount of $2,500 from the Duryea Days Committee, consisting of the Peoria Heights Chamber of Commerce and the General Wayne A. Downing American Legion Post 1111. Thank you, Chief. This year, as our charity, we really wanted to keep the money in the community. And unfortunately, Achilles' passing gave us the opportunity to do so. We saw it as a bit of a silver lining and a way to give back to the community to help ensure that the business and residential sectors of the Heights are very well protected. And we appreciate everything that the police department does to keep our homes and businesses safe. And we would like to donate this $2,500 to the K-9 unit and to the police department.
Thank you, Trustee Cumming. Just briefly, I would like to echo the comments Trustee Cumming made. The effort that the entire committee put forward is well appreciated, not only by the police department, but also the entire village board and the mayor. I know it was a lot of work, but we do appreciate this will go towards equipment training. I know it's an ongoing expense for the village, so we do appreciate it. So thank you very much. And I also want to thank the mayor and the board for their support of the K-9 unit. I know when Achilles passed away, it wasn't really even within a few months, we had already had the support, knew we wanted to replace him, and you guys stepped up, and we had that order placed immediately. So appreciate your support. I know it's an ongoing expense, but in the last couple of weeks, he's already paid for himself, so we've been keeping him busy. So again, thanks for everybody involved, and we appreciate the effort. Thank you.
You know, and also I wanted to also thank the village for allowing us to use Tower Park as our venue, not only this year but in past years as well. It's greatly appreciated, and as well as Bob putting up with us in our requests for blockades to help block off the street and the parking. It's greatly appreciated, Bob. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks again, Scott and Carolyn, for all your hard work. I know you two and the entire chamber and everyone involved, particularly Trustee Cumming. I know you put a lot of heart and soul into it, and it paid off. It was a very nice event, so thank you again. We will now move on to trustee reports, and first up will be the ambulance service with Trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I'll go over the June monthly review. For the month of June, we had 80 total calls, 71 of which were medical calls, 9 were fire calls, and we had 52 total transports. So in addition to that, I do not have anything to report. However, I will ask Chief Sutton, is there anything that needs to be added to that? No. Okay.
Nothing.
All right, just make sure. All right, thank you, Mayor Allen.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Fuller? Okay, thank you again. We'll move to Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. The spray patching is done, all the work that they've been doing. The seal coating will begin shortly. We have to wait a little while when they put the spray patching down. The tar that they use, if you seal coat over the top too quickly, it won't stick. So we have to wait for a little while, let that cure out. Bob's trying to get it done before the kids go back to school. That's the plan. So hopefully everything just works out good, but that's what's going on there.
Okay.
And that's all
That's
for
it?
right now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for trustee Harn? Thank you again. We'll move to administration personnel with trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing this evening.
Okay, thank you. Go to economic development, village improvements with trustee Carter.
The only thing I have is just to remind everybody to mark your calendars for our Music Fest, August 2nd and 3rd. The 2nd is from 5 to 11, and the 3rd is from 1 to 11, and hope to see everybody out there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions at all for trustee Carter? Did you want to read the band light up at all? Trustee Carter, there's a,
Are you going to do that at the...
one little flag. I got a thing for the payments, but I'm going to be presenting that as one solid payment.
Is that this?
This one right here.
It's maybe, you can, I have it.
I have this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's that the times?
It's, yeah.
Yep.
That's the payment.
Well, but it's the same.
Okay, so Friday, August 2nd, it starts at 5 o'clock. Truman's Ridge starts at 5 o'clock. Brownstone Buskers is at 7. 9 o'clock is Page and the Reverent Few. Saturday, August 3rd, our bands start at 1 o'clock. The Midnight Special. 3 o'clock, Heath and Greg. 5 o'clock, Robin Crowbrand. 7 o'clock, Caribbean Soul. And 9 o'clock, Drive Touring featuring Nick Botcher. So hope to see everybody out there Friday and Saturday, August 2nd and 3rd.
Okay. Thank you very much. Go now to the police department with trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Monday, the 29th, will be our next Neighborhood Watch meeting right up here at Village Hall at 6:30 p.m. If you have any police or code enforcement issues in your neighborhood, please come up and share them with us. We'd love to hear them and get those rectified for you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions at all for trustee Cumming? Chief, did you have anything to add?
Just wanted to add one thing regarding the canine presentation, that we had planned to have Jim and Grumpy here, but they're in the process of serving another drug warrant in Heights, so the reason why he's not here. I just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Didn't want to be disrespectful.
Thank you very much.
It has nothing to do with Grouchy's disposition.
Any questions for trustee Cumming? Okay, thank you again. We'll go now to building maintenance with trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll close out with the fire department with trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report on the fire department, but the Little League Baseball team, they're there. They had a meeting tonight, opening ceremonies. Tomorrow's their first game at 4 o'clock. I've been waiting to find out who they're playing. I haven't heard anything, so we'll keep you updated. And they had a real good fundraisers from Leonardo's, Peoria Heights Subway. They stepped up. So I think they got all their money they needed to take care of everything. They definitely got it all with their basics, but I think they even got those little perks, those little extras, so more parents could go.
Great.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let us know.
Best.
Let us know what you hear, score-wise. Okay, then we'll go to comments from the audience. Chief? Any thoughts? Concerns? Beef stew recipe?
Put a lot of pressure on.
Okay, well, we think you look rested and relaxed, but we'll get you up here some way. One way or another, we'll put you to work up here. No old business tonight, so we'll go to new business, and first up will be the annual NPDES permit fee, and that will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. This is our NPDES, or National Pollution Discharge Elimination System fee. This is for our rainwater runoff from the village, and it's for $1,000, and the check is made to the EPA, Illinois EPA. So I make a motion, we approve the $1,000 bill from the EPA.
I have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
I have one quick comment, I guess I could have made earlier. Superintendent Roth was telling me, see, now I'm going formal, instead of calling him just Bob, maybe that's too informal. He said that maybe starting next year, they're going to actually start monitoring a creek for, you have to sign up this year and figure out which creek you're planning on monitoring or where an outlet, just somewhere where rainwater discharges into the river, they'll actually start monitoring one of the locations. And that'll happen all over the state. So they're actually going to do something with the money they've been collecting for all these years, I guess. We're not sure what it is, but.
We're actually going to be paying for the monitoring now, but that's it.
There's only one drainage outlet that I'm aware of that goes from Galena Road into the river in the Heights. And that's the one that is,
In the Ivy Club.
maybe that one, yeah, because it's right down near Riverview. There's an actual
That's one there.
culvert that goes underneath Galena Road.
Roosevelt could be another one, because that goes down into the state system, which drains into the river too. So I don't know which one to pick yet. I'm going to talk it over with Alicia, but it's just something they're going to start monitoring now. I don't know exactly when they're going to start sampling, or we will start sampling and sending them in, but I suppose they'll be looking for salt runoff and different stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe silt, salt, chemicals.
Yeah, well, we have a pretty big bluff to kind of filter out everything on the way down, so maybe we'll get lucky.
That's true. We do sit high up though, so everything that happens up here goes down the hill.
Yes, I do. Any other questions or comments for Trustee Harn? Okay, once again, this is for the payment for the annual NPDES permit fee as outlined by Trustee Harn in the amount of $1,000. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 6-0, the board has approved the payment in the amount of $1,000 to the NPDES. Next order of business tonight, we have the Tower Park music lineup, which Trustee Carter already read, but there's 8 musical acts over the 2 nights and wide varied musical taste there. But the total for the 8 bands comes to be $6,700. And I'm asking the board to make a motion and approve this amount.
I so move.
Have a motion from Trustee Gett,
Second.
second from Trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
Did you say 6,700 or 6,100?
6,700.
Okay.
I added up, I got 3 different figures when I added up 3 times, but I came up with 6,700 twice, so I think I'm right. But
Yeah.
any other
Trustee Fuller can get out his abacus.
tea leaves? Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the Tower Park Music Fest band lineup payments that come to a total of $6,700. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 6-0, the board has approved the payments to the Tower Park Music Fest 2013 band lineup. Next order of new business tonight is the ordinance 2013-1389. This has way too many words for me to read, so I will throw it over to Trustee Harn.
Thank you. We didn't need to hear that twice. This is an ordinance. This ordinance is the authorizing the Village of Peoria Heights to enter into a Community Development Assistance Program application, package, and submission agreement for 2014 Competitive Public Infrastructure Community Development Assistant Program. And this is for a new water main we're wanting to install on Atlantic. And I think I'll throw it over to Matt Fick, Administrator Fick, and let him talk about it for a few minutes, unless Bob wants to throw a few things in also.
No, Matt's got it.
No. Thank you, Trustee Harn. CDAP is the acronym, if you've heard of that before. CDAP, a lot of the communities go after these CDAP grants to try to help them defer their infrastructure costs, and that's what we're doing here. So the EDC is the organization that's going to help us put the application together. They have to do a survey of the residents, an income survey of the people that live in Atlantic, which is the project area. So this is just an agreement for them to do that. It's $2,900. They'll send out the survey. They'll follow up. They'll go door to door. They'll put the application together and submit it. And if we're successful, it'll pay 75% of the cost of the water main. So
Yeah, which would be fantastic.
yeah.
It's hundreds of
And
thousands.
Bob's already got the plans done and the permit in hand, so we've got quite a few of the boxes checked, which makes it a strong application already.
Yeah, it really helps from what they're telling us, so we have to add the engineering costs in with it, and that can be paid for too, so we're gonna add that in yet.
I make a motion, we approve ordinance 2013-1389 in the amount of $2,900.
I have a motion from trustee Harn, second from trustee Gett. Are there any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is board approval for ordinance 2013-1389 as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 6-0, the board has approved ordinance 2013-1389 as read by trustee Harn. Next up is the treasurer's report, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I can find it. There we go. Oh, now I got three. Okay. Treasurers, this is the treasurer's report as submitted by your village treasurer, Cliff Brumbaugh. Represents the bank balances for the month of June 2013. General fund account was $697,754.10. Motor fuel account, $253,193.37. Police drug savings account, $553.19. The tax increment finance account, $19,132.90, and the healthcare flex account, $4,045.38, for a grand total in the village accounts of $974,678.94. The waterworks account was $604,410.25. Service deposit account was $84,769.86, for a grand total in the waterworks accounts of $689,180.11.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments regarding the treasurer's report? Okay, then we will accept it as read. The next good Lord. The next departmental committee meeting will be held Wednesday, July 24th at 6:30 p.m. And the next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, August 6th at 6:30 p.m. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening?
I move to adjourn.
I have a motion from trustee Gett,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. All those in favor of adjourning at this time, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Meeting is now adjourned, and we thank everyone for attending.